Hello and welcome to domytriesthis. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's coffee mug is the Sugar Skull mug that comes from, I actually bought 5 mugs and I gave 4 of them to my youngest daughter for Christmas, and I kept one for myself because it is a really interesting mug. I found it at Walmart, but when I went back they weren't there anymore, so I don't know if you can find any if you're interested in it. But there we go. That's the Sugar Skull mug. And today's tea is one of my favorite combinations. It is my stash white chocolate mocha with the spiced dragon red chai. This gives me almost a Mexican chocolate flavor, especially when you add a bit of sugar and a bit of milk. The white chocolate mocha and in fact the chocolate hazelnut taste like melted chocolate bars. They really, really do. They're very good. And then the spiced dragon adds a little bit of that heat. So this is a perfect day for it. We have the rain just coming down and it has been a day. We've had power outages and just it's been fun. A lot of fun. Anyway, going to give this a taste and we'll go ahead and get started. It needs a bit more steep time. It just started steeping a couple of minutes ago, so this does, the stash teas do better on a 5 to 8 minute steep, but you still get that flavor. Oh, it's so good. So good. Especially when it's cold and wet and rainy. Perfect tea for that kind of day. So today we're going to be getting into this month's CurlBox. I have it sitting right next to me. I have opened up the box that it came in. I haven't pulled anything out. But before we get into that box, we have to do our unfinished business with last month's box. I have to say, overall, last month's box is not one of my favorites. It's not as bad as the Palmer's. It's probably not even as bad as the Pure Honey, although the Pure Honey, the Cream of Nature Pure Honey one did actually give me something that I use every time with my hair. The Moisture Whip Twisting Cream actually really works very well at the end of my diffusing to help minimize my frizz. And as you can see, while I have a few spots that are still learning they need to curl, my frizz is really at a minimum, especially considering the weather. Us curly girls, you know, damp weather. So I'm not doing that today. I'm very, very happy with my hair today. But unfortunately, none of the products we're talking about were used. Anyway, so let's get into this. So last month we got the OGX Charcoal Detox Shampoo and Conditioner. Their locking plus coconut curls, air dry cream, and finishing mist. And we got the Hydrate and Repair Argan Oil of Morocco Creamy Hair Butter. So let's start with the shampoo. This is a decently thick shampoo. The scent is light. It's nothing I love or hate. It's I don't really hate it, but it's not something I really love. It's okay. And the fact that it's really light actually helps with that. This one curl is going to be in my face, right? Whole time. There we go. Let's see. It's back. Anyway, it lathers well. It rinses well. My hair didn't feel stripped or give me the squeak of doom. As you know, generally speaking, if you get squeaky hair when you've washed, that shampoo has stripped your hair of important oils and things for it. I did not get that with this, but my hair was more tangled than usual, though it was easily untangled, and my ends felt a bit dry, but my ends are very sensitive. When I pre-conditioned, my hair was a little less tangled, but otherwise there was no difference in performance or result. This is, it says it's a purifying type of shampoo, and it's a clarifying blend. So I do think that this is a good clarifying shampoo. This is something that you can use to remove buildup. It's not a favorite, I will say that. Unfortunately, my favorite is on the expensive side. But this makes like my third clarifying shampoo that I have in my arsenal right now. So while it is a good shampoo for clarifying, I don't know when I'm going to end up finishing it. It is a good shampoo, like I said. The only issue I had was that my ends felt a little bit dry, but my ends are very sensitive. If your ends are not really sensitive to getting dry easily, then this would be a good clarifying shampoo for you. Next, we have this conditioner, which looks like it'd be almost like a mask. But when you pour it out, it's not as thick as it looks. It's thick but not stiff in consistency from the bottle, but practically turns to liquid with how it feels when rubbed out on my hand to put into my hair. And when it's put into my hair, it has a decent slip. I didn't even leave it in that long because I was going to use the butter next after I rinsed, and I didn't want to over condition my hair. I suspect these butters are probably not going to be the best options for me in the future. Knocking shit down. This kind of taught me that. It rinsed out beautifully. It left my hair soft and smooth. It was interesting in that it felt like my hair without anything in it, but at the same time it felt very moisturized. Even with the dryness from the shampoo was almost gone, so that was really nice. I'd say this is on the same level as Oars, though still not quite the moisturizing for my hair as, say, the Shea Moisture Manuka Honey line, Manuka Honey Mafur Oil line that I like. But it is a very good conditioner. It worked great as a co-wash. My hair felt clean and soft with great slip. There was no difference when I pre-conned. I think this was better for my hair overall than the shampoo. So this butter is very thick. It's actually not nearly as thick as the balm that I have from Eden Body Works, but it is still a very thick butter. It's I can't identify the scent. It's kind of a fresh scent. It melted in my hair pretty quickly without the goopiness, for lack of a better word, of most masks or deep conditioners, while still holding my hair up on the top of my head. You can use this on your hair either in the shower, or you can use it later as part of your after wash routine. But you can use this almost like a mask, essentially. When it rinsed out, it felt like it left a bit of waxiness behind, and no amount of rinsing got rid of it. My wet curl was a little less impressive too. So I ended up trying it as a leave-in, and I think it works great in really small amounts on days when my hair is feeling really dry. Otherwise, I think this is going to be too heavy for me. I do like it. I do intend to keep it. This would be something I would use, like if I'd had this before I had the Palmers, this would have gone in my hair right after the Palmers, because the Palmers left my hair very, very dry, and I would have used something like this to fix it as much as possible. So this is something good for that kind of issue, and so I will keep it. So the next two items honestly were total fails for me, and because the first three that I just mentioned are kind of iffy on whether or not I would repurchase them, that's why the box is kind of last month's box is kind of okay. It just isn't as impressive as some of the previous boxes for me. But these last two items, I mean, one of them I can kind of use, but I'm not going to use, and the other one is a no. So the one that I could kind of use if I really wanted to is the air dry cream. So the first thing is the coconut. I don't like coconut. I am probably very strange in that respect, but I don't like coconut to eat. I don't like coconut cream pie. I don't like coconut, and I don't like the coconut scent either. Now, one of my daughters loves it, but and the coconut scent of this one is really, really strong. It does fade, thankfully. but I really can't use this by itself, just for the scent. The scent alone just actually makes me kind of nauseous. Use some of my extra Shea Moisture Milk, my Curl Plumper, and my Eden Body Works Almond Marshmallow Hydration Serum, but no other leave-in conditioner oil. This is a thick white cream that went into my hair okay. However, it did break up my clumps and made finger curling a bit harder. Now, I'm not finger curling anymore, so I could probably use it now. But again, I'm not going to, and I will tell you why. And not just, it's the scent mostly, but there's other things. But it made my finger curling a bit harder, and it seemed to reduce the usual hold they have. Scrunched a bit after to try to get more curl in after plopping, but that really didn't work either. So this, for one, I can't use it to air dry. My curls do not come out very well when I use it just to air dry. I can throw it into my hair for when I'm diffusing. That one curl just wants to be over there all by itself. Anyway, I can use it for diffusing, but it seems kind of pointless. It's an air dry cream. I have found a use for it though. We have started my son on sort of a hair care journey, and his head is mostly shaved very short, but he has a tail in the back. And he has some absolutely gorgeous curls, except we've not been taking care of them because he has autism and he can't take care of them by himself. And it would be very frustrating for him, I think, to take care of it by himself, because if you have curly hair, you know it's a process, and yeah, so he doesn't do process very well. But I have started working stuff into the tail to try to bring his curls out and get rid of the frizz. If you go to my personal Facebook page, you'll see somewhere in there is a picture of his hair, and before we started it, and it's literally, this is supposed to be a nice curly tail, and it's just a ball of frizz, basically fuzz. So I'm going to be using this on his hair as part of his curl journey, because we don't diffuse his hair. We just do let his hair air dry, and he doesn't need a lot of help apparently with diffusing. So this will work really well on his hair, so it's not a total loss, and at least that way I don't have to live with the scent in my hair. Just sorry, I just don't like coconut. Next is the mist, and this one is also coconut, but it smells like alcohol, and the one time I used it, it dry. This is a no. This is going to go into my Project Beauty Share. My understanding is some people really like this. I can't stand it. And hopefully they will find somebody who will enjoy this, but no. So would I repurchase? No. Probably not. It's going to depend on how it works with my son. Shampoo and conditioner, or maybe it would depend on whether or not it's still available. According to the OGX site, they aren't, so I'm wondering if they gave CurlBox discontinued items. I don't know. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying when you go to the OGX site and look these up, they say the product is not available on the site. My understanding though is you can find them at some Targets and Walmarts, so at least that's what someone told me. So the shampoo and conditioners are maybes. The argan oil butter is also a maybe. It's more on the no side than say the shampoo, which is more on the no side than say the conditioner. So as you can see, like I said, for a whole, the box was just it was just really I can't say I'm totally disappointed. I think the one box that totally disappointed me was the Palmer's, since it really dried out my hair. It's probably about the same level as the Cream of Nature, somewhere in there, maybe a little bit better, since from the Cream of Nature I only actually kept one item. Everything else I got rid of, and in here I'm going to keep 3. So it was an okay box. I know OGX has a whole lot of other items. I don't know if I'd want to try them after this though. So that's the other problem. So if you get brands that, I don't know. Anyway, so that was last month's box, and we are now going to get into this month's box. Now, this box is feeling really, really light. I have seen a sneak peek, but I didn't really read anything. I just saw the number of products. And for the number of products, this is feeling really, really light. But let's see. Let's get in here. CurlBox is 7 years old now. So this is their this is the 7th year this month that they have been doing the CurlBox. So we've got our little card. Alrighty. So, okay. Well, we'll get this one out of the way first. We have the African Pride Black Castor Miracle Hold and Cover Edges. So we've got an edge control. Not sure how I feel about that. That's one thing that I wish they would stop giving so much of is edge control. I could almost do without more shampoo, but the edge control, I'm buried in edge control. Thank you, CurlBox, but I don't need any more edge control, thank you. Anyway, let's take a look at this. Holy crap! It's black! It's not sticky. Well, it's a little sticky. That's interesting. It's a bit stiff. Now, that's not what I expected. It has almost a floral scent. Very sweet. It's very, very sweet. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Also, it leaves that on the finger. I'm wondering how that's going to show up on the hair. We'll give it a try, but this may not be for my hair. We'll see. We'll give it a shot. I've been really liking the Oars Olive Oil Edge Control they sent us a couple of months back. So, maybe more than a couple months. It might have been somewhere in the middle of fall last year. And I still have it. But yeah, we'll give that a try. Didn't expect to need to wipe crap off my fingers so quickly, but I probably should have. Because, it seems like almost every other box has edge control in it. All right, moving right along. Let's see what these are. What are you? This is the African Pride Black Castor Miracle Hair and Scalp Sealing Oil. My hair loves oils. My hair loves oils. It's got a seal. Okay. That makes sense. So, I can't identify these scents. I can't. Okay, this one's more sweet and floral than the oil is. It looks like a really watery oil. I actually like my oils a bit on the thicker side, but I do have some watery oils that I enjoy. Smooths out on the hands nicely. I'm going to have to put my box up. Let's see what happens when we add it to the hair. Okay, so unlike some of my oils that I have, it's not really encouraging my curl more. It does look like it's giving it a bit more of a shine, which oil can do. It's not reducing the frizz, but it's also not, even though I'm playing with my hair, because the more you play with the hair, the more you're likely to have more frizz. Even though I'm playing with my hair, it is not increasing the amount of frizz. So it's going to be interesting to play around with that a little bit more. And let's see. So you're supposed to massage it into your scalp and also apply to edges and nape as needed. That'll be interesting. So that's, My hair loves oils. I'm already determining which oils I really like. I want to do a thing on how my hair loves certain oils. So hopefully you guys are going to get, we'll add this to the list of the oils that I'm working with. Next we have the African Pride Black Castor Miracle Anti-Humidity Heat Protectant Spray. Keratin complex. That's supposed to be really good for your hair. Hold 6 to 8 inches away from hair. Spray evenly on damp hair. Comb through evenly on dry hair. Comb through evenly. Well, why did you have to do that? You can blow dry or follow with your desired heat. Now, I do not use heat. I do diffuse now, but I found a blow dryer that has a cool setting that I would that I use. I don't use heat, so okay, this doesn't want to come off here, but see, it shouldn't have anything, but let's see how you spray. I'm always afraid these things are going to go oh, there we go. Just needed time getting up there. Okay, this is on the sweet end of the smell too. I'm not sure how I'm going to like these in terms of the scent. They're very, very sweet smelling. It feels moisturizing. Just going to, don't waste the product. Throw that in. I will try it before I diffuse, but like I said, I don't use heat. I only use heat one time, and that's when I'm washing. And the reason I do that is because my hair is really, really non-porous, and I'm a lot like, I believe it's Lydia Trefera, in that, and I'm probably butchering her name, but in that while my hair isn't some of the worst non-porous hair, it is really non-porous, and the heat opens everything up, and that's one of the only ways I can get my product to soak into my hair. So yeah, I don't use a lot of heat. So we'll see how it works with my cool diffusing as well. But so far, neither one of them have added. Well, we've got a bit more frizz going on now. But neither one of them have added any stiffness. I mean, I didn't put a lot of either of them in, but there's no stiffness that I'm feeling. My hair feels nice and soft, so that's a good thing. Now we've got 2 big tubs. So our first big tub is Black Castor Miracle Growth Protection Extra Hold Braid Lock and Twist Gel. I don't know if this is going to work for me. Whoa, okay. That feels more like an edge control to me. Again, very stiff. At least it's not leaving any color. The scent is very light again, very sweet. I don't know if this is going to do me any good. I think this is more for someone probably where they're doing the French braids close to your hair type of thing, when they're doing a lot of little of those. So I don't know if I'm going to find a use for this. I don't do that stuff with my hair. It says use on damp or dry hair. Apply small amount of gel to roots or hair line. Braid, twist, and style as desired. Air dry or sit under a hood to set style. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I don't think I'm going to be able to find a use for this. I don't do any braids or anything like this. And this is not something like the Cream of Nature whipping cream where I can find an alternative use for it because of the consistency of it. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. And our last big thing is a Black Castor Miracle, of course. Prep and leave-in moisture butter. Let's take a look at this. Whoa. Okay, unlike the other butter that I have, this is a cream. Wow. Also light and sweet, and I got my lip. Light and sweet smelling, but it is lighter than any of the other products. So that's what that looks like. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay then, that feels really, wow. Okay, that feels nice. All right, so we might like this one. Let's take a look on here. What does it say? Directions: use on damp or dry hair before braided, weaved, or protective styles. Apply a small amount to the hands, distribute evenly through the hair. This, I think I can use this kind of as a leave-in conditioner, maybe. Maybe. I've been looking for a holy grail leave-in conditioner. But we'll have to see. Since it's not real heavy and thick like the other two that I showed you, or like the balm, or like the other butter, it might actually be something that's useful. And we've got one more thing in here. We have a scarf. I still have the other little head wrap they gave me. The other head wrap, I don't use it that much. I used it in the summer. I'll probably use it in the upcoming summer. But, oh wow. Oh, it's just a regular, it's a long scarf instead of a rectangular, I mean a square scarf. But it says African Pride all over it. There we go. That's pretty. And it feels like it's silk or satin. Let's see what we can do. I'm not good at wrapping my hair, so don't expect anything fancy. Alrighty. Yeah, we had to do some fancy finagling, but I don't know. I'm not good with the scarves yet, guys. I use them in bed at night, but there you go. I'm wearing the scarf. I'm sure plenty of you ladies who are used to wearing headscarves and stuff like that will come back and tell me how badly I did it. At any rate, so that was our CurlBox for the month of February, right? That's what we're in. We got this scarf that I apparently cannot tie to save my life, or I'm going to have to watch a lot of stuff to figure out how to use it. We've got this braid lock and twist gel that I could probably use for edges, but I've also got an edge control, so yeah. And this looks interesting. We've got the leave-in moisture butter that is very smooth and creamy and moisturized. My hands feel soft, okay? And we've got the protective spray, which may or may not be useful with my particular method of drying. And we've got the sealing oil, which I'm also really interested in. So I think two of the products I'm really interested in. One product is okay, we'll give it a try and see what happens. And the other two is like, I don't know. I don't know. But, so that was our CurlBox this month. What do you think? She says, looking ridiculous in her headscarf. Anyway, we're going to leave it on that. I tried, guys. I tried. I will do some more checking out on YouTube and see if I can figure out a way to tie this and not look like a crazy person. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you like what you've seen, and if you're not subscribed, I hope you will subscribe. If you do subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell to know when I upload. I upload 4 times a week currently, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. We're also heading into garden season, so hopefully soon I can set up my garden. I can clean this mess up and we can start having our garden growing. And so there will be some bonus uploads for that as well if you're interested. If you're not, you don't have to pay attention to those. Really, you don't. Not everybody's into gardening. But anyway, so I do hope you subscribe. And if you are part of my notification squad already, you want to check your subscription and your notification bell to make sure they are both still active. Because yes, people are still having issues with that. And if you don't subscribe, well, we will be sad, but we'd also kind of understand. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And, but you're always welcome here. And if you do come back again, don't forget to bring your cup of tea. And I already know now it should be nice and warm and toasty and chocolatey and all of those things that I like about this tea. It's good, but I'm telling you guys, I think the Sips by boxes and Sips by teas, they're much stronger than the Stash teas, and I think they're spoiling me. So now the Stash teas are tasting a little weak. Plus, this mug is probably a little bit bigger than what I normally do, and I probably should have put in at least an extra Dragon Shine. Possibly both, but at least an extra Dragon Shine because I am not getting any of the spiciness. I am getting the chocolate. Yeah, so this big mug, I need to remember I need to use more tea bags for it. But, so, there we go. I hope you all have a great evening. Bye.